Okay, students, so for step one, you are going to use a glue stick and just put glue around the edge of your paper. Don't go as far into the middle as I did, because when you fold your foil over, you want it to completely cover up the glue. So just stay near the edge of your paper. I had to get some extra foil to cover it up so that my paper wouldn't get stuck to the table when I flip it over. So flip it over and flatten it out. And then once you have picked out a sugar skull design, you'll use a couple pieces of tape to secure it to the top of your foil paper, and you're going to start tracing that design. And that's going to transfer the lines into the foil. You don't have to press super hard to do this. You can lift up the paper every once in a while to check and see how the design is coming out. But again, just use regular pressure. Don't press too hard. We don't want to make a hole in your paper or in the foil. Okay, once you have finished tracing the entire design, you can go ahead and remove that printout from your foil background, and each table will get a set of colored Sharpies to start coloring your design. You guys can color it however you want, but keep in mind that when you're coloring on the foil, the markers are going to be wet for a little bit, so you don't want to rub your hand over it or it will smudge everywhere. So when you're coloring, you need to make sure that you keep your hand lifted, don't rub over it, and it takes just a couple minutes to dry. You also don't want to color on top of another color when it's still wet, or the markers will blend together. So if you I'm kind of like skipping around. If you see how I'm like working on the top, then I work on the bottom, because I want to let each section dry a little bit before I start coloring right next to it. You can also use the black Sharpie at the end to trace things and add details and outlines to make your design really pop. And then the last thing I did was I added a design to the background or the area around my Calavera. And you can do that as well. It doesn't have to be striped like mine. You can make whatever kind of background you want. So have fun. We will be displaying these for our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration.